Hey everyone, my name is Nick and welcome to my channel, Dad the PROF. I'm so excited to start this channel and talk about being a father and being a professor. I've been a professor and teaching higher education for over 20 years. And at the end of the day, I'm a person that wears many hats. I'm a father of three very active boys. I'm a husband. I'm a man of faith. My field is psychology, so I've been a psychology professor for many years, and I'm also a sports lover, and I'm a music lover, and I'm an experienced eater, I guess we'll say. Yeah, I'm a big guy, and I've always been kind of a bigger, muscular guy, and shaving my head and the goatee and everything, and I sometimes I come off as intimidating, and I don't mean to. But I've just kind of had that going back to when I was in middle school, even. That was just kind of how people always saw me. But fortunately, I've had people be pleasantly surprised when they hear me talk and they go, "Your your voice doesn't match how you look." And I say, "Okay, what's that supposed to mean?" And then we have a cool conversation about how sometimes what you think of someone when you look at them may or may not represent what they really are. But anyway, that's a little bit about me. And, some of my hobbies and interests are sports. Of course, I very much enjoy psychology. That's my background and my schooling. I really love history, though. That's a passion of mine and has been my whole life. When I was a kid, 10, 12 years old, I was reading books on the Civil War and Jesse James and Billy the Kid and things like that. Writing up little stories of fiction in my parents' typewriter about outlaw gangs that robbed a bank and got shot up and never did it again. I'm an experienced eater, so being a big guy, sometimes I tell people I'm experienced at multiple different types of foods. So I enjoy different types of food. Some are more healthy than others, but that's for some other time to talk about. So I love history, food, sports, genealogy, family history. I really enjoy that. And TV shows, coffee, movies, all sorts of different things. I'm into a lot of different stuff. And sometimes I joke with people that if I had the ability to do it, I'd probably continuously be in school earning one degree after another in different areas because I just find interest in so many different things. Today, what I wanted to talk a little bit about was independence because a couple days back was Independence Day, July 4th. And that made me think about what exactly is independence all about in my life. How do I experience independence? Independence how? Independence from a financial standpoint or from a, hey, I get to do what I want when I want standpoint, or maybe from the standpoint of how I do my job. How much oversight do I have? What's the level of management that I'm in? And anything in between. So when I think about Independence Day, certainly I think about our nation's history. Our nation on July 4th, it is recognized that the people who were the national leaders at the time, colonial leaders, I guess we should say, said, you know what, there's a different way of doing things, a better way of doing things, and we want to go this other direction. And it was risky, and there was a lot to lose. And those people we now call the founding fathers and others who are direct supporters of that said, you know what, it's worth it. It's worth risking greatly so that we can have self-determination and things that we do for ourselves so that we can be independent people. So I think about that. I think about all that the people who were involved in the American Revolution put on the line. I personally have a many times great grandfather who was in the Continental Army and died as a result of wounds suffered at Saratoga, Battle of Saratoga. And I'm sure some of you have similar stories in your family tree as well. But I think about all the sacrifice and dedication that was required of people to start our nation and separate our nation from, Great Britain at that time. And that makes me think about, well, how important is independence? It's extremely important. One of the things psychologically that is so freeing, of course, is feeling like you are in control of your own destiny, that you can control your own life. And one of the things that's hardest to take is when you feel like there's a hampering on your ability to make choices of your own. That is a very unsettling feeling, and it's really a cherished thing then to have freedom and independence in a multitude of ways in our life. So I think about all the ways that I experience independence day in and day out when I reflect upon July 4th. How do you experience independence? What are some things that are important for you to have with regard to independence in your life? Or maybe you don't have independence in some areas that you wish you did. Contemplate those things. Think about what you can do to increase your stability, independence, or whatever else you may find that you want to change for the better. There's a couple of things that are offshoots of this that I wanted to mention briefly. Two of them. There's two things that kind of sprout from this independence theme that I've been thinking of the last couple of days. And one of them is the role of gratitude in my life. Gratitude is really important because it's important to appreciate things. It's important to appreciate people. Genuinely, sincerely, even in the non-fun times of life, which we all have, there's reason to celebrate what we do have. I'm better. I know that even when the times are tough, I'm better off than a lot of other people out there. I know that if I have struggles going on in life, it means that there's stuff going on in my life that's worth caring about. So I appreciate what I have, even if it means sometimes there's some maintenance that comes with it, some hard work that comes with it, some non-fun times that come with it. Being a parent is one of those things. It's a lot of hard work, and it's probably the most rewarding thing I think I'll ever do in my life. But no one ever said it would be easy. So being appreciative and gracious as someone who's a parent is really important, I find. And someone who has a job, that's very important. And I'm deeply appreciative for as well. Having a wonderful life, having wonderful parents. These are all things for the beginning of gratitude in my life. Think about some of those things that you have gratitude for, and maybe contemplate how you can express some of that appreciation for those things or for those people. The other thing that this makes me think of is caring. Start with caring about stuff. Care. Be invested in something. Take interest in people. Take interest in things. If you're a student, care about what you're doing. Care about the class you're in. Care about the homework. Care about the reading. Even if it's not in your major, care. Just start with caring. Then from there, you can go forward to other stuff. If you're in a relationship, care about that person. Truly care about that person. Not because you feel like, well, this is what you're supposed to do. No, truly care about that person. I feel that if there's something that's bothering my wife or a friend of mine, it's worth my time caring about it and really listening to what they have to say. That's very important. Be genuine in your care. It's so important and so valued by other people when you show it. In my experiences, they'll say, hey, it felt good talking to you. Hey, thanks for asking about that. It's been weighing on my mind. Be invested in people. Recognize that you have to go to take interest in things and invest in them. If you want to have some good experiences, come from them. So you got to put in some time and energy in order to have some positive benefit. Don't expect things to be packaged nicely and neatly for you to just plop in your lap and you don't have to do anything for it. You have to go to stuff sometimes. If you sit back and expect to be entertained, if you sit back and expect for someone to convince you why you should care, you're playing behind from the start. So play an active role in your growth, an active role in your development. Take interest, be proactive, and reap the benefits. And that doesn't mean that they'll come immediately, but it does mean that they likely are having the stage set for occurring later on. Okay. So these are just some thoughts for this week. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about some of these things. I'm a guy on a bar stool, basically. You know, I am a psychological scientist by training. I'm a father and a husband and a sport lover. So this is my take on some of these things here. If you have any comments, comment below. Like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this, and I'll look forward to seeing you the next time. In the meantime, blessings on your time. Take care.